right, everyone, welcome back to What's on the Table. First lesson we're going to be doing is what is a chronograph? So I've heard many of you have heard the terms before, and a chronograph is a stopwatch. So what we're going to do is actually going to give this watch a little juice, make sure we're up and running, and we're going to just look at the different subdials, and we're going to explain which one does what. So a lot of people might look at your watch and say, hey, your watch isn't running. Well, that's not true, because this big hand is not actually your running second hand. It's this subdial right here. So if you ever want to know if your watch is running or not, check that subdial out. This is the one. All these other subdials are all going to be related to the chronograph function of the watch. So this big hand is going to be timing seconds, this subdial is going to be minutes, while this is going to be hours. Functionality is very simple. This top button right here is going to be your stop-start function. So as we can see now, we're timing those seconds, and ultimately as time goes on, it's going to make adjustments to this dial and this dial. Simply put, if we want to stop the watch, we stop it right there, and we're going to hit, and excuse me, get my fingers out of the way, this bottom watch to reset everything back. So one other term that we're going to talk about too is a flyback chrono. What a flyback chrono is a little different. This is just a traditional chronograph. This is start, stop, reset. A flyback chrono, you're able to actually just press the reset button and it's going to snap everything back to zero and immediately start timing again. So say you were, driving your old race car, you wanted to time a lap, you're able to just press that button, snap, see what the time it was, and start right over again. So this does not have that functionality, but for example, Blancpain has a flyback chronograph, so does Breguet. So as much as they are still stopwatches, there's just a little bit of a different functionality to them. All right, everybody, stay tuned for our next video where we're going to talk about how to wind a manual watch.